Hello, thanks for joining me for another video then. So today we've got a beer from Beavertown. Yeah, remember them? I haven't reviewed a beer from Beavertown for I don't know how long. It was one of my, I think it was one of my first craft beer breweries I actually tried beer from. Going back all the way, I don't even know how long, perhaps 2013. 2012, really when I first started, when they were bottling their Gamma Ray and, you know, is it 8 Ball and Black Betty? I can't remember, it's so long ago, but they were definitely bottling in 330ml bottles back then, and I may have some of these bottles down in the cellar somewhere lurking away. But yeah, and then they went into canning about 5 years ago. Their Gamma Ray, remember paying £5 a can, and now they're everywhere in supermarkets. So this is their newest, one of their newest. Well, it's not that new anymore, but it's been out probably, I don't know, a year maybe maximum, maybe before then. Anyway, this is their Nanobot. Let's get it so you can see it properly. Nanobot, so it's a session IPA then, coming in a very kind of low 2.8% ABV. Forget about the beer, the ABV, but check out the artwork on that. It's one thing I've really liked about Beavertown is their artwork is absolutely on point. Pretty damn cool. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I know I bought it from Sainsbury's here in the UK. So it's a 330ml can. Then this is actually canned on the 29th of June of 2020. So it's a very, very low ABV beer, 2.8. So you know, you know, this time of day, it's just a nice light, almost like water beer, really. So Super Session. Can you have a Super Session IPA? An IPA at 2.8. Not even a pale ale. I mean, you know, I don't know. We'll see. So it contains barley, wheat, oats. Drink fresh. Do not age. Store cool and straight upright in the fridge. That's what it says. So, but yeah, awesome artwork. That's it really, not much else to say. How long have they given this, incidentally? So the 29th of December of 2020, so 6 months. Which, you know, to be fair for a supermarket beer, is a little bit more encouraging. I just want to show you the top of the can as well. Orange ring pull, and then a very kind of a lemony type top, so. I think one of my good buddies has reviewed this. Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews, very good friend. I hope you're doing okay, buddy, if you ever watch this. At the time of recording, of course, so this beer's been out a while, so it's no, yeah, it's nothing new. It's just something I thought, I'm done hard about reviewing it. And I thought, you know, what the heck. As you would expect, it's poured out a white head and it's dissipating really quickly. It was a 1 finger, it's down to a half a finger now, and it's almost down to the beer now. So what we're getting in the colour, it's a very kind of light lemongrass, lemon type, slight haze to it, but nothing crazy. You can just look at it and tell it's a very low ABV beer. It's got that vibe about it. Even when you swirl it around the glass, the movement is so quick. You know, that kind of thing. Aroma. Funny enough, just like the visuals on the beer, it's got that kind of lemongrass, fresh kind of cut grass clippings, and very light, very. There's almost a slight kind of sherbety edge to it to a degree. very faint. Not much else going on there. It kind of smells what you expect it to kind of smell like and look like. So let's get a taste. Cheers. Yeah, it's just thin, very thin. I mean, I've had table beers. Why didn't they call this a table beer? And they've actually called it a session IPA, which is I've had same ABV table beers. I've had more flavour than that. Not at all, really. It's just not. It's just not. I've had 2.8, 3% and 3.2% table beers this year that have absolutely blown me away. This is a very, very poor example of a low ABV beer. I've had the Gads 1.1% ABV beer, has had a bag full of flavour more than this, and more body as well. A 1.1% has kicked this beer's arse. This isn't great. It's not. This is mass produced for the supermarket. I mean, it's okay. There is a very minimal amount of flavour there. You're going to drink it so easy, you can just chug that down like anything. But apart from that side, which is obvious, it's not a beer that you're going to sit back, relax, enjoy. Decent flavour, and that's the thing. It's very wishy-washy, which is a real shame, because this is a brewery that was bought out by Heineken a couple of years ago, and I was really kind of hoping that they're not going to bugger about with the core kind of ethos, if you like, of the brewery, and they keep things the same. I can tell straight away that, because I don't think they would ever have produced a beer like this 3 or 4 years ago. It's just I mean, the artwork aside, which is very much in keeping, it's fantastic. I love it. It's absolutely, it's brilliant. I love it. But the beer, my word. Get on Gads number 11. They're 1.1 if you can find it. Go on their website, the Ramsgate Brewery. It's a lower ABV than this. Yeah, it's more than half the actual strength of this beer. But it's got more body, more flavour than this. It's almost like they should have a role reversal with the ABV. This feels like a 1.1 beer, where the other 1.1 beer is more what this should be. Serious. I mean, it's like a flavoured water. There's no other way to describe it. The flavours that are coming through are very minimal. It's like a lemon. It's got a hint of a diluted homemade lemonade. Proper diluted, thin, lots of water. It's not strong, it's not bitter, it's not really sharp, it's not sweet. It's just more of a kind of a hint. I mean, it's not hot, it's not it's disgusting. It's, you know, to a degree it reminds me more of a lemon radler. It's got that kind of feel to it. I mean, Ultra Session IPA. Come on now. I just don't get that way of thinking. A 2.8% Ultra Session IPA. I mean, this is not even a session pale ale. It's a table beer stroke radler. It's right down there with them. Don't go brandishing IPA on a super session. Not just session, it's a super session. I'm sorry. Heineken, what are you doing? It ain't the brewery, it's what they're telling them to do, I'm sure of it. This is a load of bollocks, you know. Rating for me on this one, Christ. It's not great. The artwork is a 10 out of 10. You know, the packaging is awesome, you know, as you'd expect. But this is now a new core range beer from Beavertown. I say new, it's been around for a while. Oh my word, what are you doing? I don't know. I've had this now. I've had the Bloody Ale, which was a reduced ABV version on the original. And that was a very, what have you done? You know, and then to make it a core range beer, reduce the ABV by roughly like 2.5% or whatever it is. And then this, Beavertown. It's a real shame. It's a real damn shame. I don't like this. Not as in the flavour or... but just the whole bullshit that goes with it. I don't like it. It's a 2. It's a 2 out of 10 then for me. So that's a 1 out of 5 on the Untapped scale. I'm very I didn't think it would be amazing or anything, but I thought it'd be better than this. Especially when I've had a 1.1% ABV beer that will kick this beer's arse into touch. You know, and has more flavour, more body. How does that work? And they're not calling it a session IPA, Ultra Session IPA. You know, I'm really shocked. It is what it is. Let's go to Untapped then and see what these Herberts have got to say then. I say Herberts, I'm one of them. So it's had just over 3,000 total, 368 in the last 30 days. It's had 2,683 total ratings, coming in at 3.2. Very generous. Very, very generous. If you're getting into craft beer and you want something different, by all means, could be potentially a good gateway beer to a pale ale. Not an Ultra Session IPA. Come on. This could be a good gateway beer. Price point wise, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's fairly cheap, in the 170 range. But then you also have to think what kind of beer and the ABV you're getting with the equivalent of whatever's on the shelf in the supermarket. I don't think a lot of people are gonna buy it. I don't know. Go out and check it for yourself. Go and give it a try and see what you think. I feel I'm whinging about this far too much, but this is Beavertown's Nanobot. Was that they call it? A Super Session IPA. 2.8% ABV. Yeah. Let me know what you think down below. Excuse me. I've got beers from this brewery stretching back to 2015, so excuse me, some of the early stuff's really good. But anyway, thanks for watching then, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.